What's up, everybody? Welcome back for some more Vampire Survivors. Today we're going to be carrying on with the Contra DLC, and we're very close to being totally done. So, go ahead and jump in. Probably playing, looks like we have just Sheena and Stanley left. Also, Simondo. But maybe there's not an unlock associated with him. Either way, let's stick to these two characters who got unlocks for. Let's go Sheena first, because we haven't used her weapon. The crossbow move speed decreases cooldown, can find special pickups. Okay, so we really want to zoom. I wonder how this would work with the Castlevania speed up weapon, whatever it's called. Probably well. But let's go 6 so we can try to evolve some other stuff and see some other stuff that happens. Oh my goodness. All right, and here we go. So no Arcanas, no limit break, no hurry, just hyper on Neo Galuga. In we go. You really should have pants for this situation, if for the defense, if nothing else. Okay, so it seems very similar to Cross so far. Actually, no, they come back to me, though. They come back to me. That's an interesting weapon, isn't it? All right, yeah, go more blade crossbow for right now. I want to see what this fucker can do. I also was informed on YouTube, really helpful comments. None of this crap. Really helpful comment let me know that the weapon power-ups will not show up in the shop if you already have one. They'll only show up in the shop if A, your passives are not full, and B, you do not currently have one. So you could pick one up, evolve a weapon to consume one, and then they could start showing up in the shop again, given that you had passive slots open. The music. Do I even want to know? We're just doing a normal run right now, Dirk. We're just doing a normal run. I don't really know what I want to take for passes right now. I don't remember exactly what went with what, but we'll go ahead and grab the one free weapon power-up out of the shop. And then if we want, we could run around in the map and just start grabbing them, because it's not that likely we're going to get one out of the shop again. We know how it works now. Good man. All right, we got the diver mines. I did like the diver mines and the shotgun. What do we think here? Go for the mines. They're newer. We've only used them a couple of times. Last thing we did was a diver mines one weapon only run, if I remember right. All right, yeah, more diver mines. Let's keep going. We'll grab this one, the level and a revive, and then we're gonna scoot over and get the other one, which is just a little bit off the path. Up this way. We're taking a good bit of damage, but I feel like running around pretty quick is good. Picking this weapon evolution will make you more crazy than Sonic Boom. So Sonic Boom, I messed up the first time and didn't use it right or whatever and died. So we haven't really seen what its full evolution does yet. You know I'm excited. Also, what's up, Red Maniac? Welcome in. Hey, what's up, Aga? Bought the BBQ Minecraft Doritos online yet? No, but I did think about it. I did think about it. We're gonna have to do a Doritos trying stream. Stick to diver mines for now. I obviously really want to see Empty Tome as well. I hope I get this weapon Evo. We're gonna try to figure out what the combo is for this. We saw that it was move speed and cooldown were the main things. But not sure. And nobody tell me what the evolution is. Sounds like a YouTube video as well. Yeah, it would be a drastic departure for my channel, but maybe that's not the worst thing. We love Prism Lass. Alright, yeah. Okay, a little more Prism Lass. Things aren't looking like incredible right now, but they are looking okay. We've died a lot. We still have 3 revives left, though. And sure, we'll throw in a little shotgun. I like the shotgun in general. I feel like every time this 2 to 2.5 minute stretch here is a little brutal. Focus the mines, and I guess we may as well at this point run and grab the other weapon power up here, and then the missiles as well. I like the homing missiles weapon quite a bit. Maybe when we play Stanley in the next one, we'll try one weapon only. Because that weapon's been fun. We've already used it a lot. Don't worry, nobody's gonna tell you we love to see your happy suffering. Hell yeah. It's the idea. It's the idea. Appreciate you. All right, we're chilling now. I just really want to see empty tome at this point. We can go get these missiles. Maybe we stay away from the claw this time. We've done a lot of claw, and the claw is rad, but for the sake of variety. Calling BRB, hell yeah. I never have the spicy sweet chili Doritos. I'm not experienced with them. I'm a nacho cheese Andy, which is very plain and boring. Very plain Jane of me. All right. We're okay. We're like surviving with so little HP right now, but we're doing fine, so I'm not sweating it that bad. Now, we're definitely going to want to get the wings off the map eventually. Move speed's going to help us with cooldown, but I want to pick up other passives first. Just saying, love your VS videos and happy Valentine's Day from Estonia. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. For real, thank you. Welcome in. I appreciate it, bud. Seriously. From Estonia, that's so cool. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. Glad to know you're enjoying the content. Hell yeah. All right, 3 weapon levels. That was nice. That was super nice. See you, laser, I'll take. And that's our 6 weapons. Cool. I'm happy with that. And then armor does evolve something, right? Oh, shit, I wanted to take Sonic Boom. Damn. Oh, well. Grab a revive there. Heal up. One more blade crossbow. We're slowly getting our feet under us here. All right. A little more diver mines. Fuck. Okay. We're all good. All right, let's go a little more prism blast. That one we kind of just shot up there in levels. So that's going to evolve early. It actually does require the wings. So we definitely want to pick up upgrades. We need passives now. We might want to just re-roll and get some passives we actually want. Let's take a look at the Grimoire real quick. What are we actually looking for? Duplicator, Attract Orb, Wings, Bracer, and Tirajisu. Okay. Perfect. Duplicator, there's one we want right off the rip. That'll be good for pretty much all of our weapons, I think. Attract Orb, oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. We have 3 more passive slots open. We definitely gotta evolve Sonic Boom in the next run. I need to know. I need to know what it does. There's Bracer. We also aren't considering what's going to evolve the weapon we started with, but I think we can get that. We just need to take some educated guesses, you know? We just need to take some educated guesses. Alright, more shotgun. Don't pick up wings out of here yet. You should also be thinking about things that just haven't evolved stuff yet. Which is, we've got Clover still hasn't evolved anything, right? I think Pomerola hasn't evolved anything. We'll check the Grimoire when we're really getting down to it, but we've got a couple Armadillos sitting around. Hollow Heart definitely has. You know what? Clover has not. Give me Clover. Yeah, let's see. Clover hasn't. Pomerola hasn't. And that's pretty much it. Spellbinder hasn't as well. Duration. Maybe that could be good for this weapon. Maybe duration will affect how long these like little spinning blades stay at the kind of extent of their... Oh, shit. Oh, I still got revives, right? Yes. But I don't now. Okay, neither of these have evolved stuff yet, so actually take these in lieu of getting all of our evolutions. Anyone else have Guile from Street Fighter saying Sonic Boom in their head every time Crunch says it out loud? I've never played a lot of Street Fighter. I own Street Fighter 5. I think it is, maybe 6. One of the last Street Fighter, or no, 6 is super recent, right? If 6 is super recent, there was one in college, so like roughly 10 years ago now. Maybe a little less. I was playing Dark Souls 1 on my laptop, and I was using my PlayStation controller. I didn't realize that I didn't shut down my PlayStation controller before plugging the controller into my laptop. And I had switched the input on my TV over to be the HDMI cord coming out of my laptop. So, not only did I not know that the controller was, you know, on and the PlayStation was on, I couldn't see what I was doing and played Dark Souls for like a while, you know? I don't honestly remember. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, until I started to hear some weird noises. And I was like, what is happening? And then I realized I pinpointed it's coming out of my controller. And it sounded like these like wispy voices. What the fuck is happening? And then all of a sudden I hear something. I hear some word and it sounds like Lord of the Rings Elvish to me. And it occurs to me like what could be happening. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. And I switch over the inputs on my TV and I see that I've booted up fucking Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor or whatever. And I'm just like standing in that game and there's like some weird controller wispy sounds with like spirits saying shit in like Elvish to me or whatever. And I was like, oh Jesus fuck, what did I do? Like hopefully I've just been running around this game. And then I hit the PlayStation button to open up the home screen. And I just see my entire home screen has the Street Fighter 5 theme applied. And mind you, Street Fighter 5 has not come out at this point. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I literally go to the store and check, and in my orders, I pre-ordered Street Fighter 5, the like deluxe edition that came with a pre-order theme, and managed to like click the download and install, or the download for the theme and stuff at least. And I had everything all set for the pre-order. And so yeah. I know that it could have gone through and like refunded and shit, but I was kind of just so baffled that, oh no, I lost the run. I was so baffled by what happened that I kind of just rolled with it, and I was like, well, I guess maybe this is a sign that I should play the game. So yeah, I owned Street Fighter 5, and then when it came out, I played it like a tiny bit, and I was like, eh, not for me. That was it. At least it wasn't ghosts in the house, that's true. All right, let's try again, and you know, the thing is, we just got to get Sonic Boom this time, and we're going to be just fine. Yeah, send it. The SNES I got as a kid came with Street Fighter 2 back in '92. It's crazy. A streamer buddy, Moonsan, he's been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6, and I've watched him play a good bit, and I still, you know, I can understand the basics of like looking at a fighting game. But there's plenty I don't get about what's going on with it. It seems so complicated to play at a high level. You know, he's spending like dozens of hours on single moves in practice mode. It's some real dedication. This is an interesting weapon. Oh, there's Sonic Boom perfectly. Or perfectly. That's perfect. We need it. Now we can pretty much take whatever. We have the weapons we're mainly interested in. Sonic Boom evolved with, what was it, armor, maybe? Yep, with armor. Perfect. All right, none of this crap. I really should just banish 1.0. Turns out you cannot copy and paste Elvish into Twitch chat. DIL. DIL. There's armor. Nice, we'll take that. These are a little dicey here. That was actual Elvish previously. Yeah, it's just gibberish now. That's crazy. But yeah, it's insane to me that I managed while playing Dark Souls to like navigate menus in such a way that I actually successfully purchased Street Fighter. You know? I guess back then, I remember the PlayStation Store was different back on PS4, and there was, you know, it's sort of the way it is now, where there's kind of just like the featured block right at the center, where it must have just been right there, and at one point I clicked X and got in there, and then eventually, you know, ended up sending it, but it's just crazy. And I did not get good value out of it. I should have refunded it. I barely played the game. That one also, I remember when that Street Fighter launched, it, nah. Tractor, maybe. Not loving what's showing up here. Spinach I like. That Street Fighter when it launched had like no content in it. There was like no single player content or anything. Really, it was like literally just you could boot up the game and do matches basically against a CPU or a person. But there was kind of just nothing else there. And I was, me as a fighting game player, I like playing the campaign or getting through the like whatever single player modes they have. Then I'll mess with multiplayer a little bit. And it not having that just made it like a total pass for me. And I'm sure for like dedicated fighting game people, they're fine to just have like regular matches right off rip. But for me, that ain't it, Chief. Dude, this portion right here, the 2 minute, it's brutal. I'm just trying to, I haven't gotten lucky and gotten a weapon power up out of the shop. I'm trying to do that before I run around and pick them up. We didn't have Nintendo here till 95 or so. We had a bootleg console with yellow cartridges with like 99 NES games in one. 50 of them were just the same Super Mario game. Interesting. That's crazy. That almost like that reminds me of like, you know, if you guys have heard of like a hack box or like, you know, a jailbroken OG Xbox or whatever, where somebody will have one of those and it's just loaded up with like hundreds of games. All right, this is not the best luck we're getting here. We really should expand our weapon palette at this point. I want that weapon power up bad. I think this time is just a little case of RNG not going our way, though, if we want to be real. All right. We're gonna die soon. We have one revive, right? Yeah, just one. This is brutal. This is brutal. Yeah, we had shit like that in the 90s. Let's go. I don't mind Candelabrador here, but we really just need more weapons. I probably should just be re-rolling. Oh shit, I took Clock Lancet? I didn't mean to take Clock Lancet. Well, so it goes. I guess it gives us some safety. I made my bed. I gotta sleep in it now. I don't know if we're long for this world in this run anyways. Remember that was in 1989? Yeah, I was gonna say. All right. Just try again. Not a good start. Leave everything the same. Go right back in. Good. I do love Prism Lass, and we want move speed on her anyways, so it makes sense to me. Even something simple like microwaves came to Estonia like in the 2000s. That's crazy. Pomarola we could take just because it hasn't leveled something, but let's look for better shit right now. Like getting a weapon power up. Shotgun works. Getting the weapon power up box right out of the shop early is big. Oh yeah, I like firearm a lot as well. Now we need to hold up though because we want to get Sonic Boom. Don't take spread shot. Spread shot's fine, but We want to do a little sonic boom. Nice. There's our weapon power up. Perfect. Now we can run around and grab these other ones. Which is going to give us more levels and revives. Oh, wait. We got to take empty tome. Why was I even thinking about that? I don't know why I was hesitating. I was like, oh, you know. Tirajisu does evolve one of the things. No, we want empty tome every time, all day. Now we're an IT powerhouse, Skype Bolt, TransferWise. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's crazy how fast a lot of that shit develops. Even just looking at, like, my lifetime, the amount that technology has developed. You know, because I'm sort of... Being born in 94, I'm of that age where, like, I kind of just saw life a little bit before the internet and everything took over and, like, everything changed. And it's changed so much throughout my whole life, and it's just been crazy. Tony is ranked as having the least amount of corruption in all the former Soviet states. Let's go. Huge W. All right. Minute and a half in. We're looking better than we were previously, I think. We got more weapons. Don't take Clock Lancet. We're like, things are a little dicey, but we have a lot of revives. We just need to, you know, manage our level ups well here. And getting all this empty tome is nice. Fuck you. All right, focus, firearm. And having the internet as a child at all is definitely a weird thought considering today's world. Yeah. I remember when it was like initially, you know, it was a thing, but it was very limited. All right, let's take some passives. As much as I do, let's just take Clover. I have a feeling Clover could evolve something. We're gonna die again for sure. Let's use this time here to clear a bunch of stuff out. Spellbinder as well might evolve something. We can take the essentials we need later out of Armadillos if necessary, but we have, you know, Empty Tome and Spinach, so we're fine. Everything we can do online, tax, official papers, medical things, voting, everything is online and available just a few clicks away, so convenient. Nice. I thought I was going to have to... I had to renew my license this year, and I thought I was going to have to, like, do the whole thing where I have to go in and take a picture again, and I did not. I was able to just do it in, like, a few clicks online. It was great. My picture was taken, like, a while ago, so I thought they were going to want a new one, but nope. They're cool with it. All right. Feeling okay here. Don't be tempted into taking King Bible. All right. I gotta do that this year. My pick is 16 years old. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Mine's like, I want to say it's like 12 years old. I know they're gonna want a new one. But it's just such a hassle to go into the RMV. I mean, maybe they made it better now, but... Every time I go to Publix, they say it looks like it can be my kid. I recently, you know, had to go through getting a new ID because my ID expired. And like 2 days after it expired, I got carded and the dude did refuse to serve me. Or we were buying booze. I think I already told this story on stream, but it baffled me. It baffled me because it's like, I don't know, don't get me wrong. I don't think I'm the oldest looking guy, but I don't think I look under 21. I'm 31. That reminds me that we need to get Sonic Boom. And he was like, nah. He was straight up like, get the fuck out, bro. All right, not the spread shot. Armadillo actually be good to just take something that hasn't upgraded something yet. Pomarola and Stone Mask both haven't. Pomarola is actually the least bit useful though, whereas Stone Mask is effectively nothing for me. Let's do that. Fortunately, I'm old now. I'm feeling old. I know that I'm not old, but man. I'm feeling it. How are our weapons looking? So, I mean, theoretically, we could evolve our main weapon at some point. One more firearm. Probably had a quota of checks to do that day, and he was running out of time, so he was going to ID the next customer regardless. Maybe, yeah. He wasn't even, like, scanning it or anything, you know? So it wasn't, like, going in the system there. It was almost the kind of thing that you'd think they do, like, if they just got caught with a sting and that exact sort of thing happened. Where it was like, oh, remember, you got to check the expiration date. Because the dude took it from me, and then actually... he handed it back and then was like, wait a second, can I see that again? And then he was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. The expiration date. It was like 2 days late. It was like 2 days past it. I need a new driver's license. My pick is valid and medical is okay. They just sent to my mailbox. Yeah, that's what happened to me, which was nice. I was able to just like fill in the information online. It was no problem. Once in a while, they would question my driver's license. It was fine. Now when they comment it literally every single time I get carded, I'm like, all right, I freaking get it. I'll change it. I'll change it, all right? Don't tempt me with this shit. I did have a police officer laugh at my license one time. Because between the taking of the license photo and the current me he was looking at, I'd lost a lot of weight. And he, like, made a comment. He was like, oh, trim down a little bit, huh? And then he literally just sat there and laughed at the photo for a few seconds. And I was like, all right, fuck you, bud. Yeah. It was like, in a way, he was saying like, oh yeah, you know, you're skinnier now, but he was also like, haha, look at your fat ass, idiot. Hey, Sonic Boom, there we go. Here, I don't need to carry my driver's license or insurance with me when I'm driving, just my ID. Police will just check it online. That's interesting. That's convenient. I mean, my driver's license is my ID, so it's, you know, all one and the same to me pretty much. But people here, it can be different. You can get just like an ID that's not a driver's license. All right, a little more shotgun. I feel like we're having like a little more trouble than I would anticipate here. We're like pretty beefy. We also have 6 passives, so we can go pick up other stuff out of armadillos. What do we want? What's gonna evolve like the firearm and stuff? I kind of actually, weirdly, I almost want to wait a second and just try to see if we can get an evolution on our main weapon here first. I don't think we're missing that much power out of those items, really. We got plenty of levels to put into other shit right now anyways. Not like we're like wasting limit, like, you know, levels that could be put into something. We're not just getting chicken out of it or whatever. Oh god, it's 7 minutes. The worms are here. This is definitely our best attempt yet. We're doing pretty good and we're at 4 revives still. Alright. Focus on the boss man there. I don't think silver chests spawn until 10 minutes in this map, but I can't exactly remember. Yeah, okay, that's still just a brown chest. The Sonic Boom, actually, and the Sonic Boom requires armor, so let's grab that out of this armadillo right here. That we know we need. I wonder if these guys, I gotta like try this DLC on my PC and see if these worms lag out the PC as well. Or if it's just a console thing. All right. We surviving? You know it, Yblade. Welcome in, bud. Or at least we're trying to. I've actually failed the last 2 runs. This is attempt number 3 at having a successful run with this character. And we're doing all right now. We're doing all right. We have an ID card, which is also used as a store membership card or discount card. So I just need my ID card to get a discount. That's cool. All right, things are looking decent now. Actually, and the fact we have 6 passes, that means we could also go get these wings right now, which is going to help with our cooldown as well. Easy to fail this map just due to how crowded it can get. Yeah, it has been. It's been a little tough sometimes getting them off the ground. At least with all the base settings. Again, I'm fully aware, as I should clarify, I'm fully aware that I could turn on like Arcanas and Limit Break and do many things to make it easier. But with the way we're running at this, trying to do just a clean 6-weapon run, just on hyper, it'd be a little tough to get it off the ground. Some of the mobs have high hit points. Yeah, I think these armored guys, these like red and purple armored guys are very beefy. When they show up at like 2.5 minutes, it's pretty brutal. Or it's like 2.5 minutes, right around there. All right, the big dragon's here. I feel like he drops a silver chest, and it looks like he spawned at 9 minutes. We'll see. We'll kill him in a second. Feel like we're kind of pummeling him. Yeah, baby. Ooh, that looks new. Evolved Blade Crossbow calls forth divine intervention with luck-based frequency. It requires the clover. Let's go. Oh, that's cool. It actually looks a ton like Grand Cross, doesn't it? It actually looks kind of almost identically like Grand Cross, doesn't it? I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. It also looks like it's still firing the regular weapon effect. Some maps you definitely need one of the shield type of weapons like Sonic Dash, Garlic, etc. if you want to guarantee your run. Fly a little Doom reference there, possibly. Ah. All right, that's a lot of levels. We're looking pretty good now. See, now I feel like the run is pretty set. Now that we started evolving, I feel like we're cooking. And we keep these things just popping on, these like really fast cooldown abilities where we're cranking. Why don't you give me my move speed buff, actually? All right. Yeah, we're racing shit now. BFC, big fucking crossbow, Doom, like Doom's BFG. Oh, yeah, fair. Yes, yes, yes. I am actually pretty tempted to play Doom 2016 on stream. Not really like a first-person gamer, but... or like a first-person shooter guy, generally. But I remember having a lot of fun with that game. I love the music. And... there's like a new one coming out at some point soon, right? Just it could be a fun thing to get into, something a little different. One of the few FPSs I actually finished, Doom 2016. Yeah, no, I played it, and I got decently far, but didn't finish it. And I was having a lot of fun. Looking forward to the new Doom coming out soon. It's on Game Pass. Hell yeah. If you have time, come visit Estonia. We have beautiful old town with buildings older than when the USA was founded. Honestly, you know, could be something I would do at some point. Leah and I are really interested in visiting Eastern Europe, maybe, if we ever, like, have a honeymoon or something like that. Maybe just a big trip. So we're already, like, looking into getting, you know, over towards that area. I've had the luxury of visiting a lot of Western Europe in college and in like some family travel and stuff. And her and I both just like have heritage from Eastern Europe and are interested in you know, getting over there. I'm not exactly sure where my dad's side like truly came from. It's not totally clear. I've heard a number of things, but it seems that it's somewhere vaguely like, you know, northern Eastern Europe. Most of Europe has towns older than the USA unless they were bombed out of existence in the Second Minor Disagreement. Yeah, like weirdly enough, so I live in the Boston area in the US, and Boston is probably like one of the oldest cities. So it's one of the only cities in the US. When people visit it, they will comment on how it has like, you know, a vaguely European feel because it has like all the older buildings and stuff. But even it is nothing on the actual old shit y'all are talking about. Tony is always open to you south of Finland. Let's go. My town has none of the old world charm. Yeah, I mean, it's getting wiped out little by little. Like, even in Boston, you know, it's slowly going away for sure. But there's some parts of the city that still have that feel. One of my Estonian friends lives in Austin, Texas. Nice. I've heard Austin's a great city. What do we want out of you now at this point? Honestly, I kind of want Candelabrador. Just because, like, area is good. We have buildings dating back 1,000 years. Yeah, no, again, don't get me wrong. It was totally different when I actually visited Europe and spent time in a whole bunch of countries and saw so many different, like, truly ancient cities, you know? I live in SoCal. It's just urban sprawl. Yeah, that's weirdly, I'm not like super interested in that sort of vibe, you know? Like, I've been to LA, it was cool. It just didn't, the overall aesthetic doesn't appeal to me as much. And I know that's a super, like, kind of a superficial thing to observe, you know? But it's like the vibe. I prefer places with a blue filter, you know? You're not Art Deco and mid-century charm. We got a few remaining spots. That's true. In USA, 3 hours a trip to work. In Europe, it's a trip to 3 different countries. It's true. It is kind of wild. And when you're traveling in Europe, you're sort of able to just cross over country lines like you're crossing state lines in the States, and it's wild. I remember when I was doing my study abroad program in college, we took a train from Belgium to Paris, and well, we had taken a bus from the Netherlands to Belgium, I think, or something like that. And a couple of the guys that had come with me had brought weed. We packed it away in our bags, and we took it on the train from Belgium to Paris, and realized once we got there where it was like, yo, we just smuggled drugs across fucking country lines. Across international borders. And obviously it was fucking fine, like who gives a shit, you know? But it was just, the idea of it was very funny. Denmark has offered to buy Cali for $1 trillion. I'm tempted to say we do it so I can take trips across Europe without restrictions. That would be sick. You criminal, I know. I was never the one to procure it, but some of the buddies that some of the kids we were with traveling, I had no problem procuring weed in various countries. But you know, I was happy enough to tag along. Any customs official did you bribe? None, that's what I'm saying. We just got on a train and it was just in the bag, you know? That's the evolved firearm. Like, truly, we're not thinking about it, you know, I guess? And it was never a problem. It was just like getting on a train here to go across states. There was nothing was checking. Will you admit to? Are they gonna come after me for this now, chat? They can fucking try. What do I even want at this point? I guess a bracer will evolve one of our weapons, right? Why not? You're gonna get some EU customs guy knocking down your door? Imagine. All the worms are back. I do remember when we were traveling, we went to like a couple different cities in Italy. I remember when we were there, the like dude who was, you know, the most eager to smoke weed and the one who was usually the guy to like somehow meet people willing to sell it to him was unable to get any weed and was like, apparently they clamped down on it really hard here in Italy. Like, it's not easy to get, you know, super illegal, no can do. And everyone was like, okay, whatever. Continues on enjoying our life. We stayed at like various hostels and stuff through most of this travel. And I remember for whatever reason, there was like a transitionary night when I was staying with a group of people where we were in like a hostel for just one night. And it was like a kind of random group of us. I forget exactly. We were like between going to different places. But that one night we were in this one hostel. It had this sort of like entry garden area that was behind a gate. I had been watching the finale of season like 5 of Game of Thrones that had aired in bed after everyone had gone to bed. I watched it on my phone. and you know, some big shit happened in that finale. After it happened, I was like, I gotta go outside and decompress. And I went outside to smoke a cigarette. Head in my hands on my temples thinking about fucking Game of Thrones. And the dude who's like running the hostel came out front, and he also was chilling in that garden, and he like let one of his buddies in from outside, and then they just like sparked up a joint. And he was like, he looked at me sitting there smoking a cigarette, and he was like, hey, do you want to smoke? I was like, yeah, fuck it. And just fell in my lap, and it was incredibly casual. The dude did not seem worried. We did like chat a little bit about it, and he was like, yeah, they're strict on it here. It must be cool that you can kind of just smoke there. And I was like, yeah. But it was funny how it was this whole thing for our group through like the 6 days we were in Italy in like different cities or whatever, that people were whining like, oh, I can't find any weed, no. And then I was just like sitting there, and it just very easily fell into my lap in this hostel. Pablo Crunchy Bar. That's killing your stream compression algorithms, the worms, yeah. This game in general is not the best for like the stream compression, unfortunately. Okay, that's the Diver Mines one. We want the Sonic Boom one. Wouldn't mind traveling Europe on a food tour if Cali becomes a part of Denmark. It was, I mean, when I, you know, was able to go and travel, it was so cool. One of the coolest experiences of my life, for sure. It's one of those things that you try to not talk too much about, you know, because you know your friends and shit have already heard your stories and whatever. Like, we get it. But it was a great experience. Keep feeling here with drunk guys. One time waited for a bus and a random guy just came up to ask me if I wanted to do a shot of vodka with him. Hey, he just wanted a pal. Admittedly, Cali has a rather diverse food culture. That's true. When we spent some time in LA, all of the meals were insano good. Especially, obviously, you know, basically, that goes without being said, but the Mexican food was a big step up from the Northeast. We were told that, I think it might have been like pizza, though, that it was like pizza sucks in LA. I don't think we had any. We had the best food trucks. Hell yeah. All right, I mean, we're basically just chilling. I would like to get my Sonic Boom evolution. Okay. Here we got this guy. Literally can't see him. Okay, there he goes. Please give me the evolved Sonic Boom. That's not it. Dude, we're going to run out of, like, weapon whatevers. Actually, we still have one, but the next evolution could go to either Sonic Boom or the whatever thing. God damn it. Dude, come on. The game doesn't want me to have fun. A buddy of mine joined the Air Force and was stationed in North Dakota. Only taco joint in town was Joe's Tacos. Joking with him that name's lazy. They should have called it Jose's Tacos for some authenticity. It is, yeah, I don't think Joe's Tacos is going to have the best shit. And, you know, I guess you got to work with what you got, right? Like, admittedly, there's still plenty of great spots around me, you know? As much as I'm making fun of it. Alright, clam chowder, that's right. Clam chowder's fine, honestly. We used to, when I worked at a restaurant, we always kept, like, this big vat of clam chowder. And it was just the most unappealing thing. Like, seeing in the back, you know, seeing how the sausage was made there, just this big vat of chowder that kind of would just be continually, like, you know, refilled and kept warm and stuff. It was just gross. Just grody, man. And people, like, it wasn't actually unsanitary. There was just something about it. You worked in a restaurant? I did. I worked in a restaurant for about 2 years after college. Mostly as a bartender, but I, you know, kind of ran the gamut of jobs before that, front of house wise, where I hosted and food ran, and then I served, and then I worked bar. It was fun. It was fun. Really, the only reason I wanted to stop working at a restaurant was to have, like, more regular hours, and obviously to try to pursue a career that, like, made more money. Because there was sort of, like, at least the place I was at wasn't, like, you know, we weren't raking in huge bucks as a bartender, and we split all the tips and everything. Nice, I'm a chef myself. Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, if I was into the back of house stuff, if I was into the culinary side of things, I think I could have been more enticed by it, you know, just because you can become, like, a head chef and all that, but I didn't really want to go to, like, restaurant management, I guess, personally, so. But I was like, all right, do something else, but I miss it. I liked being a bartender. That shit was fun. Working in a restaurant, we'll do that to people. They'll serve crunch. One of my housemates was a cook. It was a great job for that point in my life, especially. Working front of house in a restaurant, because it's really social. You know, there was a decently high turnover rate, but you meet a lot of people that are coming and going. You end up kind of, you know, you have some time in a restaurant naturally to stand around and chat with people. And then people often hang out outside of work too. Like, it was a really fun period for sure. It's the kind of thing, like, if I found myself, and I'm not saying I expect this to happen or anything, but if I found myself making enough money off of this to no longer do a full-time job and just work part-time, being a bartender would be one of the first things I would think about, honestly. I enjoyed that job, and a number of the parts of that lifestyle. The late nights would be hard to like go back to fully, but just good work. Time goes quick. Never worked food service or retail. I've done both. I definitely like food service way better than retail. I'm not a big fan of retail. Now I have a job with a tech company where my job is spreadsheet. Although fucking AI is coming for that part of the job for sure. They're getting pretty good at cooking up formulas. Soon enough, people are gonna just be able to ask Gemini instead of me, and I'm scared of that day. I fixed computers now. Nice, that's cool. Recently, my roommate and mod Blender, his laptop just like had an issue, like the screen went black, and he needed to try and figure that out. And he like went to Best Buy, and it was clear the dudes at Geek Squad had like no idea what's going on. They tried like both of the same things he did with just like plugging it into like an external monitor and stuff, and still got nothing. And they were like, huh? And then they were like, all right, well, it's gonna be like, it was something like $100 to go get, you know, it diagnosed, and we got to send it out somewhere, and then they'll get to you with how much it'll be to actually take care of it. And he was like, you know what, fuck this, nah, give it back to me. And he just went to a local computer shop, and he's like, I walked in, you know, and there was just a bunch of parts hanging up, and there was a dude behind the desk with a screwdriver working on something, and I was like, all right, this is where I need to be. And he walks up, and the guy was able to do it and like, you know, figure it out and fix it for like $80. And it was the sort of thing where it's like, sometimes you got to just find like a local shop, somebody who knows what they're doing for that kind of thing. You have to be mentally unstable to work in resto business. Has its fun times, but also the stress and all that. Yeah, the stress can be kind of insane. I remember we had a real hard-ass head chef, as you do, you know, in a restaurant. And there just were a number of times where, like, you know, you just get into these spots where you have to, like, stand your ground and be like, man, I'm doing what I can, because it gets so high stress in a restaurant, in the kitchen and stuff. People are screaming, they're freaking the fuck out. And it's like, bro, we're literally talking about making sure that grilled cheeses get out to the kiddos. Like, we need to reassess our priorities here for a second. We're shedding blood, sweat, and tears back here over French fries. Like, fucking relax. Plugging it into an external monitor, checks if the GPU is good or if it's more of a board level issue. Oh, 100%. It's not a bad step to do. I think he was just saying the fact that the people at Geek Squad were not able to diagnose it any further than he was at home was disappointing, you know? Whereas the guy at the shop was able to, like, can make that conclusion as well, but then be like, I think it could be X or Y. I can fix it. Give me 2 days, that kind of thing. Geek Squad was like, we're going to have to send it out to somebody else. They'll let you know what they actually need to do, and just sending it there is going to cost you money. I hear you, bro. Hell yeah. What kind of restaurant you work in, Red Maniac? Obviously, I don't really go to Geek Squad. Yeah, something tells me you don't need it, Wideblade. Has anyone seen those videos? There's that guy on YouTube who will, like, call Geek Squad to, like, come to his house and help him beat a video game. One where he's, like, stuck on a Crash Bandicoot level and he, like, tries to get the dude to help him beat it. Also, wait, it's boss time. I'm just over here just yapping away. Actually, we can just cut over right over here, right? Perfect. When the workday ends and everybody is off, and grab a few drinks with your best buddies after all the stress and yelling. Hell yeah. No, you definitely, like, that's part of, I think, what makes it such a social job is you have time to chat, but then you also have incredibly stressful stuff and you kind of, like, trauma bond. You know? Because like I said, I hung out with everybody all the time that we worked with. Like, it was sort of like you immediately have a friends group just working in the restaurant, you know? People go out after work, they have parties and invite everybody at work. Or just let the timer run out. That's true. I like killing the boss, though, honestly. Even though it doesn't come down to much effort at this point, I could probably put the controller down. We'll most likely be all right. Done restos, hotels. Right now I'm doing catering. Nice. How do you like catering? We probably got to dodge the bombs, but that's about it. Even that, maybe we could have survived it. Nice. Once again, I theorize that he will not die until he has done the bomb move at least once. It seems like most runs at this point, we beat him up for a while, he does the bomb move, and then dies instantly after. Don't fear the Reaper. This guy fears the Reaper. Good song too, hell yeah. All right. We got 2 unlocks there. Survive 15 minutes and evolve it. Very nice. That means 1 unlock left, right? And then what do we have left in the collection? Just 1 thing. So I guess it's just our 1 weapon that we don't have. Although, no, that's already in the collection. So what are we missing? I believe that's the full Contra collection. What are we missing? Wait, it's right here. The heck? Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out later. We'll go ahead and end that video there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you did and you're watching here on Twitch, definitely hit that follow button and stick around because we are going to keep going. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.